Welcome to Feng Shui Living, the podcast designed for busy women who want to de-stress, live with intention, and create a home that truly supports their well-being. Each week, I'll bring you practical tips, insightful ideas, and simple strategies to enhance both your home and your life. Let's get started. Quick pause before we jump in. If you love this podcast, you will love my book, Aligned at Home. Think of it as your design and energy guidebook to creating a space that supports your well-being and your goals. You can get a signed copy over on my website, purelivingwithlisamorton.com, or snag it on Amazon or wherever you buy books. I hope you enjoy it. Well, hello there, and welcome back to Feng Shui Living Podcast. I am your host, Lisa Morton, and wow, we're in 2026. Can you believe it? Last year was big. I hope you guys enjoyed the two-part review episode where part one, we reviewed 2025, what happened with the podcast, some new offerings I debuted and exciting things, including my book, Aligned at Home. And then in the second half of that two-part series, we talked about looking forward into 2026. In both episodes, we talked numerology, Chinese astrology, and also we got a healthy dose of Western astrology from my guest, Maggie Kitch. So if you didn't get a chance to check those out, please do. Today's episode is a short and sweet one, and it's all about the bedroom. Specifically, how to uplevel your bedroom so it feels like that rest and that space you truly want to come home to. I talk so often about how my clients sometimes call me struggling with sleep. And we can talk all kinds of things energetic, but there's also a time and a place to talk aesthetics because that affects the energy of our space. So sometimes it's those powerful shifts that are those small, little intentional things like inviting comfort and a sense of calm and softness into your bedroom that really shifts your bedroom and shifts your everyday life. So let's talk about what makes a bed and a bedroom cozy in a way that really supports you. I have 4 parts to my method here. And part number 1 is foundations matter. You know, I'm all about getting grounded, starting at the base, working your way up. You have to set the table to be prepared so that you can enjoy your meal. You have to set the stage for the performance. And cozy doesn't start with accessories, folks. It starts with what is closest to your body. Think of your bedding as not just something visually pretty, but something that physically and emotionally invites you and cues you to relax. You walk in that room at the end of the day, and it cues to your body, oh, I can drop my shoulders. I can take a bigger breath. I can soften. So starting off with a good mattress and quality sheets set the tone. This is the foundation. Look for breathable, natural textiles such as linen, flannel, or cotton. They help regulate body temperature and also feel really good against your skin, and you can sink in and feel cozy. So think about those foundations, the mattress and the sheets. I know I have a habit of hanging on to sheets a little too long. I know I've been at a lot of clients' homes and they're like, oh my gosh, this mattress is so old. I really need a new mattress. If that's what you think the first minute you walk into your bedroom and see your bed, if that comes to mind, that's your cue. It's time to upgrade, time to reset that foundation. So foundation is part number 1. Part 2 is layer with purpose. Layering is where cozy really comes alive. You might hear me talk about bringing in these textures and layering the different sensations as you're placing your hand across your bed. Maybe it's a cozy textural duvet and then a tightly woven blanket, right? Those different textures really make us feel really good. And then you can also have maybe a lightweight quilt or throw across the bottom of the bed. I love to have a pretty woven blanket across the bottom of the bed. It adds just another layer to add softness. It also brings in that lived-in feeling. We want that lived-in feeling, not sterile minimalism. Even a minimalist home should have a lived-in feeling to it. So remember that perfect symmetry isn't necessarily your friend here. Think about maybe gently draping the blanket across. It doesn't have to be, smooth, perfect. There can be some wrinkles if that feels textural and comfortable to you. So remember intentional warmth and textures to layer with purpose. My part 2 of a 4 steps to that serene sanctuary of a bedroom. Let's move on to part 3. All right, so part 3 is color and texture. They're really powerful at how we respond to a room. You've probably walked into a room and you see the color and you have an immediate reaction. Maybe it's a bedroom, maybe it's a bathroom, maybe you are at a hotel and you walk in and you see the color on the wall and you're just taken aback, or maybe you notice your body instantly soften. Oftentimes, if you walk into a beautiful spa, the colors are so serene. And even without getting any massage or anything done, you instantly feel just a little softer. These warm, muted tones are so wonderful at just enveloping our body and creating a sense of serenity. Remember those neutral, soft taupe, cream colors. I always think of skin tones. Any type of skin tone would be a fantastic color for your master bedroom oasis. Also, soft, pale blush, pale green, and pale blue colors are fantastic. So part 3 is really getting colors and textures. This is where design meets energy, right? And you can create a space that really supports how you want to feel. It's not just making it pretty, it's determining how you want to feel when you walk in there. All right, part 4 is getting intentional with details. Small things have a big impact. Bring in some aromatherapy. I love lavender. I'm always talking about lavender. Maybe some rose, some geranium. There's so many wonderful scents. I love to diffuse scents in my master bedroom, specifically lavender. But there are so many great ones you can diffuse. Ylang-ylang. Say that 3 times fast. Ylang-ylang. What else? They're just maybe a little cedarwood or some frankincense. But you always want to look for high quality oils when you're diffusing, especially in your bedroom where you're going to be for a very long time. You can also take some essential oils and just dab it on your wrist, or maybe put a drop on the corner of your pillow. And then ambient lighting. Ambient lighting is wonderful. Bring in different layered lighting. So you have your overhead light, maybe some bedside table lights, maybe a smaller light, maybe a Himalayan salt lamp, maybe a candle to layer the lighting. That also creates that sense of serenity that feels personal. Also think of maybe a favorite book, an item on your bedside table. While we want to avoid clutter here, what would be something intentional and meaningful that would be really powerful for you to find rest and calm? On my bedside table, I have a selenite palm stone. Selenite is a beautiful stone that promotes peace and is cleansing and is calming. And I love this palm stone. I'll just kind of hold it in my hands and work it in my hands as I'm reading a page or two from my book. It's really nice. So go check that out if you want. I'll find a link and put it in the show notes. And then here's a trick. Go up in your duvet size. So I have a queen size bed. A lot of people are surprised knowing I have giant dogs that we don't have a king size bed. But we like to snuggle. So we have a queen size bed. And what I love to do is when I'm looking for new bedding is instead of buying a queen size duvet, I buy a king size. It just takes up more room, more layers, and it feels amazing. And then lastly, when we're talking about details, are the throw pillows. First of all, have really good sleeping pillows, but then add some pretty throw pillows. And remember that numbers have meaning. I'm going to have my friend Carmen come on in a future episode very soon, right? I think we're recording next week, and talk about numerology. The number of pillows on your bed can be very impactful. I always suggest a nice even number. While the designer in me loves odd numbers, I really like even for the bed, especially if you are in a relationship or a partnership, 1 to represent both of you, or maybe 4 and you can layer them. Or if you do want an odd number, maybe an interesting bolster or something to kind of tie them together. So remember the details, folks. The details really can pack a punch. It's the difference between decorating a space and really creating a sanctuary. So remember that up-leveling your bedroom, it's not about perfection. You know me, and if you've read Aligned at Home, you know I am the recovering perfectionist, and it's my goal to not have it be perfect. It's okay if it's not perfect. That's not what we want. We want authenticity. It's not about trends and what people say is trendy. It's about what's cozy to you. So start with those essentials and layer in with all kinds of love and care and intention, and choose the colors and the textures that feel good to you. And then let your bedroom be the place where you can walk in and you can have that wonderful sensation that your shoulders drop. And maybe your whole body softens and you just can't wait to sink into bed because you know you're going to have a fantastic night's sleep. All right, friends, wishing you all so much coziness during this cold time. If you're in the north where I am, oh man, it's cold. We got to bundle up. I'm thinking of you all. Get that bedroom warm and cozy, and I'll see you at our next episode. Special thanks to our sponsor, Elevated Living School of Holistic Design and Feng Shui. For more information, head over to the show notes. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, give us a 5-star review, and share this episode with a friend. We'll see you next time.